Abarie Mongubrono. Mesere my Akwa Ibom people. As someone who loves exploring in the kitchen, I decided to make Afang soup for the first time in my life today. I love so many dishes from Akwa Ibom, but I'm usually scared to eat any dish made by them because they must add periwinkle, and I don't eat it. I will share my experience with that before the end of this video. Pre-cooked the meat and the shaki without water so that it's going to bring out its own juice. I seasoned with onion, pepper, seasoning cube, and salt. After the beef and the shaki cooked in its own juice, I added a little more water. Then I went in with my okporoko and dry fish. I know the soup does not require too much water, but I had to add water because my okporoko, my fish, and my meat, even the shaki, needs to cook properly. At this point, the potatos are 80% ready, if not 90%. So I added the oil. I also added the pomo. I added pounded crayfish and pepper. Remember, the afam leaves was also blended with enough crayfish. I gave it a good stir for everything to combine. Now back to my periwinkle story. One of my acquaintances from Akwa Ibom decided to make afam soup and bring for us to have a taste. I gave a little contribution for her to add up and buy one or two things. I also pleaded with her to scoop out my own soup before she would add the periwinkle, and she promised me because I don't eat it. I was enjoying the soup while eating it, but my instinct did not allow me to rest until I found periwinkle inside it. It happened that she added periwinkle in the whole soup and carefully picked them out of my own soup. I nearly cried when I discovered it and my body was so cold. This is the reason why I am always scared of exploring more of Akwa Ibom soup. So Chima, my neighbor, does not eat vegetable soup. I had to give her own meat before I added the vegetable. At this point, the whole water has dried, remaining oil in the pot. I squeezed out water from the water leaf as instructed by the vendor before adding it into my pot. You can always use this method, especially if your water leaf is not the waterless type. As you can see in this video, the water leaf was still green. I added seasoning cubes, salt to taste, and at this point my soup was coming out well. But I have a problem, my Akwa Ibom people. I noticed my soup was burning. Was it because I allowed all the water in the pot to dry before adding the water leaf? And it became worse immediately I added the afang leaf. It dried the remaining water in the pot. My soup was now very dry. Well, at this point, I am ready to marry an Akwa Ibom man. Is there any Mr. Nankan or Mr. Rankin in the building? Want to do well to submit your proposal for marriage? This soup was so good I had to run out to go and buy one fufu to test it. Initially, I didn't want to eat the soup till tomorrow morning, but the soup was too good to be kept till tomorrow morning. The reason why I had to go and buy the fufu was to control the portion, because if I had made gari at home or tilo, my Akwa Ibom people, oh yeah, the time for result is here. Let's have it in the comment section. Rate me from 1 to 1,000. This video can never end if you have not seen the reaction of my neighbors when I gave them the soup. Now Akwa Ibom, they may enjoy. Mr. Progress made sure not to rest until he tested this soup. Now let the fight begin. I forgot this spoon, break your head this time. I will break your head. I don't understand.
If you did not be better man.
No, they give you collect. If they short so say they put away. That's what happens. Don't try not to be there. But I
because you be bad person.
Oh, this is too. Gary and yeah.
You never not carry. Only one bitter.
Why you want me?
Why you look? You don't lick your soup. You want me to come and don't beat you more?
I don't understand.
You cannot be offended. You see, you only damn beg in here because you really offended her to this evening. If you know what she don't even do, you cannot let the beg him. Wife, call husband.